slow to adjust? What do you think?
Well, they threw a lot of different things at us, and again, we got to be able to pick them up and slow it down. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. The first half, whatever they did, they were having a little more success than we needed them to have. We got to be able to be better at early on and make those adjustments a little bit quicker. We came out at halftime, and I thought these adjustments that were made were what we needed to have.
Obviously, in this league, anybody can beat anybody, but 2 of the last 4 weeks, lost to the Bears, lose this game. Do you feel do you feel like it's slipping away after games like this at all?
Well, I don't know. It depends on what's the next game. And to me, it's really about how you bounce back more than it is anything else. With 10 games left to go, you never know what's going to happen. But you got to take them one at a time. You got to stay focused on it. We'll correct these things. There's a lot of things that we can correct. A lot of things we're going to get better at, and we'll continue to get, work at it, and we'll see what happens.
What was the game plan to handle pressure, and why was it ineffective?
It's the same game plan that we used in the second half that was effective. Unfortunately, we didn't get it done early on. We put ourselves in a tough spot.
Why not?
Because we didn't handle it.
Third down conversions were a problem last week and continued today. What did you kind of see on that play?
In the first half, we struggled getting the conversions. In the second half, we were able to get them done. We did things better in the second half than we did in the first half.
Whether it's the sacks or the third down, what do you think changed? Was it something you guys talked about specifically at halftime, or what changed?
Some of the corrections that were made, some of the things that we did better, and I thought some of the execution things in the second half were exactly what we needed. We did a lot of good things. Unfortunately, we didn't capitalize. We get the ball down in the red zone, and we get a kick block. We get down in the red zone. Unfortunately, we didn't score at the end. But that's football. That's part of the game. We'll continue to work at it. We'll continue to look at the things we're doing. We'll evaluate what we're doing, and we'll get those things corrected.
What was the explanation for that final seconds there when there was the injury and you guys weren't able to get the ball back? Duran was injured.
Well, we were out of timeouts. So when you're out of timeouts, automatically what happens is there's a 10-second write-off.
And then before halftime, you had the opportunity to call a timeout and potentially get the ball back and opted not to.
At that point, enough was enough. We were going to go in. We were going to talk about the things that we needed to get done. The drive beforehand was not a very good situation, and I just felt it would be better for us to get in, talk about those things. We were going to get the ball to begin with in the second half.
The Giants hadn't scored a first-half offensive touchdown this season. How surprised were you by their offensive success early?
Well, I was disappointed in it. We had a couple opportunities to make some stops, and we missed those opportunities.
Do you think it was their result of just running different stuff? Was it anything you weren't expecting?
Well, I think they did exactly a lot of the things that we thought they would do. Unfortunately, we didn't capitalize on the chance to get out on third down. We didn't capitalize on the opportunity to make plays when we had them. We could have probably put them in a better situation a couple times too. So again, these are all things that we'll have to go and evaluate.
Ron, I know the film. You probably have to look at the film, but on some of those sacks in the first half, how much of that is sliding a protection one way to take away some things, and how much of it is physical mistakes, execution-wise?
Well, I mean, again, David, the fair thing is to take a look at the tape more than it is anything else. You got to take a look at those things. You got to really get a chance to dive into them and see what happened early on. In the second half, I thought we handled those situations a little bit better.
Was the tackle eligible always part of what you were looking at as potential things?
It was something that we considered doing, and it was something that Eric used in the second half to kind of help shore some things up.
Take 3 more.
I know you said the O-line had started to make some progress. Did you feel in any way this game was sort of a setback, or what did you want to see from that group that maybe you didn't in the first half?
No, what I wanted to see us was play better, be more efficient, be more consistent as a team, more so than anything else. I mean, there's a lot of little details that were missed, and these things have to be looked at and corrected.
What was your general message to the team afterward?
It was pretty much a follow-up of what I had said at halftime, about going out and doing our jobs, more so than anything else. Pay attention to the details, the little things. Those are things that are going to help you have success. I thought they came out in the second half and gave themselves a chance to win, but, you can't go down 14-0 and expect to pull things out all the time.
Ron, on the blocked field goal, was that more them, or did you identify something you guys didn't do well enough?
Well, we'll have to take a look at it. I mean, he went up, big man, and put a paw on it and knocked it down. We got to take a look and see, what the trajectory of the kick was, how much of a push he got up front, if he got any push at all. All right.